Well, the primary elections are over. Now what do we talk about, Ben?
The Bulls. Yes.
Oh, good Lord. Hold on. I'm going to the newsroom. Hold on.
Hey, guys, what do we got? We got nothing. Yeah, primary's over. What? Who'd you vote for? No one cares.
We got some news.
Those guys.
Well, you don't have to live with them, all right? All those guys, they don't have anywhere to live. They just live in the newsroom in my place.
Give them a raise, would you? You're the COO of this operation. Give them a raise.
Hey, looks like we got some news, Ben.
All right.
My name is Dennis. His name is Ben. And this is the Ben Joravsky Shows. Oh, what a week. This news better be good.
You are a billionaire, are you not?
I am.
We love billionaires.
Yes, we do.
Don't tell Bernie. We love billionaires.
So does Bernie. I got nothing against him. Just pay more in taxes. That was. What do you think of my Bernie imitation? Huh?
It's better. It's better than it was.
And let's hear yours, Mr. Big Shot.
10% of 10% is 10%. The millionaires and billionaires.
You are a billionaire, are you not?
I am.
I love that guy.
Yours is better than mine, I must confess.
Ben, how's it going? Another week in Chicago and Illinois politics. Is you have a primary hangover by any chance?
No, I talked about it obsessively for a week. I was like walking down the street talking about it. Stratton got the vote. Who saw that coming? People in the street, sir, the election's over. Okay, you can stop talking about it. What about DP? Taking out DP.
Oh.
Nobody knew what I was talking about.
Daniel Biss?
Get the hell out of Evanston.
Whoa.
Oh, no, stop playing. That gets flashbacks to my high school chemistry teacher. Leave this classroom. Never come back. But I won't graduate if I don't get a D. All right, I'll give you a D. Just leave.
Hey, what do you say we talk about the news in the city of Chicago? It's time for everybody's favorite Chicago political soap opera. It's time for a mayor and his aldermen. A mayor and his aldermen. Let's go, Brandon. He's not talking about Brandon Johnson.
God. No, they're not.
All right. The following comes from the Chicago Sun-Times and one Tina Spondelis. The headline reads, Mayor Johnson vetoes plan to freeze sub-minimum wage for tipped workers. Mayor Brandon Johnson on Wednesday used his third veto to bury an ordinance, yes, that would have frozen the hourly pay of Chicago's tipped workers at 76% of the minimum wage, and he's likely to make it stick unless there's a compromise to give struggling restaurants a short break. Last week, the city council voted 30-18 to maintain the sub-minimum wage to throw an economic lifeline to struggling Chicago restaurants. That's 4 votes short of the 34 votes needed. 4 votes short. Oh, so close. At a news conference at Let's Eat to Live restaurant. Ben, have you ever been there?
No, but I'm going to head down there after reading this article.
Oh, good.
Made me hungry.
It's in the Woodlawn neighborhood.
That is correct.
Johnson said working people will, quote, always have a fighter on the 5th floor in Brandon Johnson. Ben, I know you wanted to talk about this one.
Yes. So I'll just start by saying I believe Fran Spielman wrote that article, not the great Tina Spondelis. I believe Tina wrote the article about JB.
My apologies. This is from the one and only Fran the Woe Man Spielman.
Yeah.
There went our interview.
Keep that one in. That's every now and then Dennis makes a mistake. Oh, keep that in.
I may edit that out. I don't know.
That's okay. Anyway, this is fascinating. I'm fascinated by this on many, many levels. As speaking as pretty much definitely the only person even vaguely related to the media who supports Brandon Johnson, and one of like 8 white people on the north side who supports Brandon Johnson. I have a unique perspective on this, D. I like Brandon Johnson as a human being. I think he's been doing, typical job as a Chicago mayor. He's made a couple moves on the inequity front, which I applaud. One is TIFs. I'm not going to talk about that now, D. Don't worry about it. The second one is championing this raising of the sub-minimum wage. And it's very curious, D. At a time when the Democratic Party is pushing hard toward Bernie Sanders like programs and championing issues that would give people more money who are broke so that you can counter the impact, the inequities in our country, where the richer are getting richer, everybody else is getting the shaft. At the very time that's where the Democratic Party is heading, the Chicago City Council is going in the other direction. And if they have a general philosophy, D, it is to what? Protect the pocketbooks of the well-to-do and stick it to everyone else. And I don't even know if they're conscious of that, D. I don't know if, I know my lefty friends go, Ben, they're neoliberals. I don't even know if I agree with my lefty friends. I think they just hate Brandon Johnson so much in some cases that whatever he's for, they're against. Or there are those who don't necessarily hate Mayor Johnson, but they know their constituents do, D, and they know they're vulnerable on the reelection front, which is just a year away. And so they feel compelled to take anti-Johnson stance. Or if they vote for him, they give these orations, D, where they go, "Hi, this was not an easy vote for me. And first me say how horrible the mayor is and what a god-awful job he's done. And oh my goodness, can't we have another mayor? But I will vote for him in this one." The guy who's mastered that, you got to give him credit, D, is the 40th Ward, Andre Vasquez. Hands down, no doubt champion in the Chicago City Council of just bad-mouthing the mayor when he votes while voting for the mayor. I don't want to do it. I don't like him. I don't like his suits. I kind of like rum. I miss him. But I'll vote for it anyway.
The hip-hop alderman?
Yeah, the hip-hop guy. He's now thinking more like Jay-Z kind of hip-hop.
Okay.
I want to be in the top. Okay.
All right.
Money hip-hop. Not like the little guy just getting started. Who's, while he's launching his hip-hop career, is working at McDonald's or something like that. That hip-hop guy. So anyway, D, he needs 4. When I say he, I'm thinking of Sam Toya. Who's Sam Toya, you ask? D, what a great question. I can't believe you asked that question.
Yeah.
Who is Sam Toya?
Who is that?
No, he's never been on the show. I interviewed him a few times way back in the 90s. Doesn't matter. Sam Toya is the head of the Restaurant Association of the state of Illinois. Very savvy operator. Knows the game, D. I give him Sammy Toya credit. He knows how to play the game, and he really knows how to handle the media. He's brilliant at handling the mainstream reporters. They come to him for quotes. He gives great quotes. He's a very effective leader. Illinois Restaurant Association, give Sammy Toya a raise. The guy's done a good job for you. Now, is he doing a good job for the people who work in the restaurants? Well, that's a whole other situation. He's leading the charge to round up the 4 votes that the Restaurant Association needs to override the veto. So again, the sub-minimum wage was set to go up this July, and what the city council did was to vote to block that, to keep it where it's at. I think it's like $12 an hour if you're a waiter in a restaurant. And then the reason why waiters get less money, D, and I know you know this, is because it's assumed that folks, you got to see the look he just gave me. It's just assumed that they're going to get tips to reach the $16 minimum wage. And so that's why they have a sub-minimum wage. Although there are some people in the city of Chicago, and I think this is something that Sam Toya and I would agree on, that are so cheap. You follow what I'm saying? D, you know the type. Like when the bill comes, I got to go to the bathroom.
Remember when I did that one night?
Yeah.
I didn't come back. I bailed out of there.
I paid the bill already, D. You can come out of the bathroom. Or like if a waiter, I don't know, drops a silverware. That's it. My tip is going down. It's going down. So now they figured out a way to dress up cheapness on the part of tippers by saying, oh God, times are hard and we expect people to work hard. Anyway, so I agree with you, Sam Toya. There's a lot of cheapskates out there, and it's can't always depend on the kindness of. There's a few people I know who are good tippers. People are cheap. Anyway, so that's the issue, and so the Chicago City Council They listened to Sam Toya. They fell for a sob story, and they voted to freeze the minimum wage of some minimum workers. I actually believe it has nothing to do with any argument that Sam Toya raised, and has everything to do with one of them to stick it to Mayor Brandon Johnson. That's my humble opinion, D. You're free to disagree with me, as are the vast legions of listeners out there in the listening audience right now, most of whom are not cheap when it comes to giving a tip.
All right, well, let's get Ben Joravsky's 4 aldermen. That will switch.
We're going to flip-flop.
Let's find out number 1, huh, buddy?
Number 1.
If I had to predict, if I had to put it in Vegas, I say Andre Vasquez would be one of the flippers.
Oh, yeah. He'll make a rap about it. Flip-flopping, hip-hopping guy. Oh, yeah. I see that one. All right, so Andre Vasquez.
Andre Vasquez, I think, will flip.
What about number 2?
Number 2.
Lamont Robinson of the 4th Ward, I think, if there was going to be a flipper. Guys, this is just if I had to put money in Vegas, all right? I'm not saying I have no crystal ball. I don't know. Just reading Fran Spielman's articles. She's throwing these names out there. Sammy Toya is throwing these names out there. They're working aggressively to get these aldermen. So if I had to put money in Vegas, it's the most likely candidates. That's it, D. I don't, the other candidates on the list, I'm like, I don't see it. Toya, I don't see the other. They had one of the candidates was your alderman. Yeah. So anyway, D, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think they're going to get 4 aldermen. In fact, I would say this: Andre Vasquez is a smart guy, and unless there's 3 other lined up to do it, I don't think he would join. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What, he already voted against the restaurant industry at one time. Why would he then alienate the workers in the restaurant by flip-flopping and it doesn't pass? Do you follow what I just said?
Yeah. All I know is Alderman Vasquez is writing one wicked rap song right now to try to get these guys on his side. All right.
Yeah. So I ultimately, I'm looking at it and go, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know Sam Toya. I don't think the votes are there. I think your more likely success story is to undercut the mayor's efforts by getting the state legislators. D. This is a whole other the complexities of the game. Okay, I'm playing chess. D. You're playing checkers.
All right, so
they're getting the state.
Did you want to try to give like a guess for a 4th alderman? I think you had 3.
But I just the more I'm talking about it, the more I just don't think. Let's see. All right, let's take a look. All right, here we go. So here are the votes. Okay, they talk about Danny LaSpada. Danny LaSpada, the first one. All right. Now, here's another. He's a lefty. Here's the problem, D. He lives in the north side. The north side people have been brainwashed to dislike Brandon Johnson. Yeah, you've been brainwashed, people. And there's a lot of restaurants in his ward. Okay. So will he flip? He is talking about like making it a temporary block. Oh, God, it's so confusing. So he's a possibility. If you had to give me 4 names, D, and I had to go to Vegas, if you're forcing me, I would put Danny LaSpada on that list.
Number 4.
I would put Lamont Robinson on that list.
Number 3.
This is your alderman. I think you're in Ramirez's 12th.
Yeah. I'm in Ramirez.
Number 2.
They got her on the list as a possible. I don't see it, D. I mean, you know what your ward is like. You live in a very working class ward. Why would you undercut workers? I don't see it, man. The other thing they always do, they go, we're really looking out for the workers. This is why we're going to deny them a raise, because we like them so much. We want their boss to stay. We're passing on to them a raise by cutting their raise. What? That doesn't make any sense.
Huh?
If you smoke this reefer, it'll make a lot of sense. And listen to 2 hours of Andre Vasquez hip hop. Oh my God, it suddenly makes sense. You know, I love you, Andre. I feel you're under a lot of pressure from those 40th Ward residents. I don't like them, Andre. I agree with you 100%. You could do a better job. All right, who else? No, I don't see the 14th Ward. Gutierrez doing it. David Moore.
Number 1.
I don't see David Moore flip-flopping, but he's not afraid to vote against Brandon Johnson, to put it mildly. So, D, I don't see it. I don't see it on the list. unless they get like 8 of them to jump at once. I just don't see it. Your boy Scotty Wagasback already voted against the mayor.
Scotty, hell yeah, he's
young Scotty. Remember when you were a liberal, man? You've come a long way since those days. They're talking about my alderman, Matt Martin, flipping.
I can
Matt
see it.
Martin, they're saying,
See it.
Number 1.
That's the number 1 flipper.
You're talking about Matt Martin flipping. I'm like, I don't know. He's pretty liberal. And they go, yeah, but Ben, his ward, they hate Brandon Johnson. That's true. But people love Matt Martin, D. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
He's got that way about him. And I say this to him when I see him I get all red in the face and excited. I tell him this all the time, but he's always cool and calm. You know, he doesn't get ruffled. So could he flip? He's on that list, D. He's feeling that pressure, okay? He's feeling that pressure from the locals. And the flip will be, just so you know, guys, it'll be like punting. I had to teach someone the metaphor of punting, D, because they didn't know football at all. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to assume that all my listeners know what it means to punt. So you put off until tomorrow what you don't want to do today. That's effectively what it means. Don't worry about what it means in football. And the thing is, D, if you suspend the mayor's proposal to lift the minimum wage for a year, then that gets them past an election cycle. You follow what I'm saying, D? It's chess, not checkers, okay? It gets them past the election cycle. They can all say, I was for it. But then I was against it. Like John Kerry, I was against the war before I was for the war, or maybe I was for the war before I can't remember. But I got, no matter where I am, I could say something that'll appease the person in the room. See, I didn't say it would be easy to be an alderman. And now I'm going to throw this at you.
Oh, God.
Okay. How would you vote if you were alderman, Dr. D? Would you vote to raise the minimum wage for waiters? Or would you vote to effectively cut by not giving them that raise? Go.
Which aldermen are standing around me at the moment? That's the question.
Okay. Oh my God. You got Brendan Riley, who's like against it.
All right.
And then you got old boy Timmy Knutson from Knutson from the 43rd Ward.
Oh, that nutty guy.
And then you got Bennett Lawson, who is Tommy Tunney's.
Oh, if I'm around those guys, I'm against it, man. Let's lower that damn thing, huh?
Okay. And now, but on the other hand, you're standing next to Byron, Rosanna, Angela Clay, Lenny Mana, and let's see, who else is like a hardcore lefty? That's not going to.
Oh, man, I'm so for it. If I'm around those guys, I'm like, look at this Bernie video I saw the other day, man.
In other words, I get it, man. It's like, love the one you're with. When the eagle flies with the dove. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. We're back on the radio. No singing, but that's cool. You're in a good mood, so we'll take it.
Anyway, so ultimately, I would say they don't get the 4 votes that they need. But if they do get the 4 votes they need, I've named the alderman who will flip.
Yeah, you know, who cares what my opinion is? We want to know what Brandon's opinion is.
People mocked President Johnson, and we ended up with Richard Nixon.
I knew he was going to say that.
Yeah, you got to stick away. Mayor Johnson, nobody cares about Richard Nixon, okay?
Yeah.
Except for me.
Always blaming that guy. But anyway, that was the latest episode of A Mayor and His Aldermen.
A mayor and his aldermen. Let's go, Brandon.
He's not talking about Brandon Johnson, I don't think.
Yeah, no.
And by the way, that segment was brought to you by The Gift Room. That's right, a room just full of stuff that none of us can have. It's the mayor's. Is he going to use it? Probably not. So what's the point of all these gifts in a room? Still not sure. Suits, shoes, cufflinks, and so much more. It's The Gift Room. For some reason. Does anybody know why? I sure don't. Remember, you can download episodes of The Ben Joravsky Show wherever you download podcasts. Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts. Just search for The Ben Joravsky Show, Joravsky. V as in victory, SKY. Subscribe, give us a review. But remember the rule, 5 stars only. Go find the Ben Joravsky Show wherever you download podcasts. But also get this, Ben actually bought a website and it's actually pretty awesome. It's the BenJoravskyShow.com. Go find it right now, bookmark it immediately, because not only can you find previous Ben Joravsky Show episodes, the BenJoravskyShow.com is also the new home for Ben Joravsky columns. You may have noticed something's missing in your Chicago Reader these days. Where'd the Ben Joravsky columns go? They're over at the BenJoravskyShow.com. Go read his latest column. He's been posting his columns at the BenJoravskyShow.com for a while now. So after you read the latest column, go check out the rest. There's tons more on the site. There's also the BennyJ Book Club. What's that, you ask? It's a book club. Ben talks about the latest books he read. Was it a good book? Was it a bad book? Find out at the BenJoravskyShow.com. And finally, the Ben Joravsky Show is now an independently funded podcast. That's right, Ben's footing the bill. We love what we do, and we want to keep bringing you content like this. We'd be flattered even if you considered donating to the Ben Joravsky Show. This operation now runs off the hard work of independent podcast producers who kindly give their time to keep this operation going. We'd greatly appreciate your support. Again, it's the BenJoravskyShow.com. JORAV as in victory, SKY. Read the columns, join the book club, and find the Ben Joravsky Show and subscribe wherever you download podcasts. We're moving along here. The Illinois governor let the cat out of the bag.
I love you too.
That was nice of you, JB. The following comes from the Chicago Sun-Times, and this one comes from Tina Sfondelis, all right?
Yes, does, yes.
My apologies to Fran the Woe Man Spielman, all right? Please, don't cancel. The headline reads, Pritzker quips on weight loss, Rahm, and 2028 buzz in Washington speech. It reads, Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker acknowledged his rapid weight loss. We've been talking about it. He joked about former Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel, another 2028 presidential hopeful. For the love of God, we hope that doesn't happen. And critiqued the Trump administration during a speech before Washington journalists and dignitaries on Saturday. We have some quotes here from J.B. Pritzker. We're going to read the quotes from this speech he gave on Saturday. The first quote here, he says, I'm J.B. Pritzker, governor of the great state of Illinois. And if you're seeing me in person for the very first time, yes, I put the gov in Wagovy. Pritzker said that's referring to the popular weight loss drug. And that got some laughs. We have some more quotes to read, like what he said about Rahm and potentially running for president. But Ben, let's stop here. Your thoughts.
Okay. Well, I'm curious how you handle what he said about Rahm, because it's on the radio, to quote Donna Summer. But he has to make a joke about the weight loss, because it's pretty obvious to everybody that there has been a weight loss. So he has to deal with it one way or the other. And if you recall, we had a field day with this. Forget when it was, but it was Marianne Ahern who was the one who pressed him on the issue. She grilled him, you might say.
While walking,
yeah. And he just refused to answer whether he is taking any kind of weight loss medicine. And it was, of course, ignorance on my part. I thought it was a pill, but Dennis pointed out it was a needle. And I've since been educated. And I've educated a few other people who've come on my podcast, D, and talked about the weight loss pill. I go, no, what you don't realize, what I learned from Dr. D is that it's actually
don't
quote me. Give you the credit.
No, please don't.
Anyway, so he was reluctant to talk about it. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe he's embarrassed. I don't know why he was reluctant to talk about it, but he's now clearly changed his mind because he mentioned it at this. I think it's called the Gridiron Club.
Yeah, the Gridiron
Club. Ladies and gentlemen, excuse my ignorance. I have no idea what the Gridiron Club is. You could just add that to the long list of things that I've acknowledged I do not know on this show today. Add the Gridiron Club to that. I could have looked it up, but I didn't. Anyway, so D, this gets at the heart of a heated debate between myself and the great Monroe Anderson over the issue of whether losing weight will help him. And I will now set out the debate as best I can, articulate Monroe's position as fairly as I can, which is it's to his advantage to be thinner looking, svelte. I don't know, whatever you want to call it, because voters will more likely vote for a quote unquote physically attractive man. Well, actually, I don't know if he said that as a quote, so I'll take the quotes off. I, on the other hand, after like 50 years of watching this stuff, I've come to the conclusion that when it comes to men, not only do voters not care if they are portly, but I think they favor portly politicians. Yes, I think they do. For instance, MAGA loves Donnie, and he's a big, hefty dude, okay?
He ain't skinny. He ain't skinny.
No, he always gets some doctor to go, he weighs 210 pounds. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I go, that man hasn't weighed 210 pounds since 1962, all right?
And I remember people, the Bill Clinton, like McDonald's jokes that were going on back in the day. So, maybe you're onto something.
No,
there.
I know Billy would be eating the McDonald's, a little McDonald's, and a little Big Mac. And so, I don't think anybody ever held it against Billy Clinton that he was a little chunky. And our Mayor Daley was a little chunky. His daddy Daley was a little chunky. They got elected time after time. I'm like, I don't see any evidence whatsoever that a portly man has been punished, like the PSD.
That was good.
A portly papa has been punished at the polls. Okay?
Whoa. Show's over,
Hey,
guys.
We're done.
On. Oh, man. Andre Vasquez will be all over that.
Andre's like, okay, Ben, it's down. He used to do those rap battles. I'm not messing with Andre. Right? So I see no evidence of it all whatsoever. If he wanted to lose weight for health reasons or just because he psychologically wanted to lose weight, whatever his reason, God bless him. But I don't think there's a political liability. It could be a health thing. I mean, it's an arduous task, D, to run for president. Think about how much work that is, how much travel it is. Your diet is off, your sleeping is off, everything. It's just, God, it sounds god awful. So for health reasons, it makes sense. He's about to run for president. I think we can all agree on that. Yeah. So I don't see that's my position on that. I don't see an advantage to losing weight and politically speaking. If anything, I'll close by this. I've been working on this theory that male voters in particular like heavy-set candidates, men candidates running for office, because it kind of makes them feel better about themselves. Right. So, you see a big fella running, you're like, yeah, maybe I'm pretty good shape compared to that guy.
I mean, I could be president then, I guess.
It's like sports writers, man. For years and years, they hated on Jerry Krause. They all thought they were superior to Jerry Krause. Bulls talk. Bulls talk. Okay. I'm like, dude, no, for some reason you think you're like cooler than Jerry Krause? Because Jerry Krause was a heavyset guy. So, D, I think it works. Actually, you could argue it works to his advantage. That's my thoughts. Yes.
All right. And, Pritzker seems like a nice guy, but this guy's so rich. I don't think he has one original thought in his mind. He pays people to just tell him, what should I do now? Huh? Oh, tell him I'm on Wakeover. Okay, great. I'll do it.
The views and opinions. Well, that'll really help us with our plea to Pritzker. Hey, JP, kicking a little money.
Don't tell him I'm on Wakeover. Okay, great. I won't tell him. Thank you very much. Here's some money.
Actually, now you're getting into a whole other subject that got me in trouble with lefties. Because I said Mamdani didn't write that speech that I just alluded to. Yeah. Just to your point, what politician has an original thought? Oh my God, I could go on and on. I noticed this in the last election. The one politician that came on who was running for reelection, that was like a prominently known guy I really liked, Robert Peters, man. The guy came up there and he spoke from his heart about the conflict in his life, the struggles in his life. And I know that the little campaign brains behind him are, what are you doing? Stay on script.
Right.
What you say?
Hey, this honesty stuff isn't going to get you anywhere. Come on.
No, and it's true. So the only guy who has gotten ahead in politics, and this is so perverse, he's the most dishonest, honest guy, or the most honest, dishonest guy I've ever seen is Donnie Trump, who just said, what he said was so politically incorrect, just so insensitive and horrible. When Comey died the other day, I don't know if you saw this, D. We did so many Comey shows back in the day. Remember those shows?
Yeah.
And he goes, "Good. I'm glad he's dead." What are you? What? You're not. What?
On the Rob Reiner thing, it was just like, good Lord, dude.
Good Lord. Oh, the Rob Reiner thing was so horrible. Well, the Comey thing's bad too, but the Rob Reiner thing was worse. And in his case, whatever he says, the handlers go, "Brilliant, boss. You're a genius." Okay. So anyway, you make a good point there. Too many politicians are at the command of their political handlers.
Yeah.
You don't know what is their thought and what is something that's been fed to them. Valid point, young Dennis. Valid point.
All right, let's read some more quotes from Governor Pritzker here at this Gridiron Club Fest dinner thing. Now this quote here, get the bong out, all right? I'm still trying to figure out what this means. Okay. This quote here, quote from J.B. Pritzker. Now, this is him talking about maybe possibly running for president, okay? Quote, as far as my own plans for 2028, here's what I'll say right now.
Oh, yeah, this one, yeah.
I'm 100% focused on the people of Illinois, Pritzker said. And then he continues, that's not just me talking. That's also a 2006 quote from Barack Obama, who 2 years later from 2006 became president. So what the hell is this guy talking about, Ben?
I don't know. Hold on. Let me just see. Here we go. I stole that from Dennis. What he's doing, he's being cute.
Yeah.
So he's being cute. He's saying, I'm only thinking about Illinois. And then he goes, but that's a quote from Barack Obama. Clearly, when he said it in 2006, wasn't only thinking about Illinois.
Yeah.
He was thinking about running for president, which he did within a year. He was running, I think he announced on Lincoln's birthday in 2017. So like within 6 months, the guy who wasn't thinking about anything but Illinois was running for president. I think JB is saying the same thing.
Well, I think
I
he just put out an original thought here. I bet his people are like, what the hell was that, dude? We didn't tell you to say that.
I thought you meant I put out an original thought. I go, well, thank you, Dennis.
No. Pritzker.
Okay. So anyway, D, that's what I think he was doing. He was letting everybody know that he fully intends to run for president while he's running for re-election as governor, which just proves kind of like remember my comptroller riff the other day when nobody runs for comptroller because they want to be comptroller.
Yeah.
And I took some abuse from Susanna Mendoza fans because she's done a great job.
Well, I feel like he's done a good job at kind of like being coy about it. Like, maybe he won't. I don't know. But I mean, this right here is just like, okay, dude, you're running. Can you please just, He's
running. I don't blame him. He's got a good chance of winning.
Yeah.
He has a very good chance of winning. And, he's a very good chance of winning. And if I was advising him, which I am not, he wouldn't seek it in a million years, I would have said, don't run for re-election. But what are you going to do, D? He doesn't listen to me.
No, he's probably better off for doing that. That's for sure.
Yes.
You're not on that staff of people he pays to tell him what to do. That's for sure.
No, I wouldn't get the job. I'd flunk the first question. What's the Gridiron Club? I don't know.
Yeah. All right, Ben, you told me to sleep till 10 in the morning. Okay, this isn't working. Come on, man.